question says how would you convert the following compounds into benzene? Okay, first compound we have ethyne, next ethene, and then we have hexane. Okay, so you can see these all the compounds are aliphatic by nature, and benzene is what aromatic by nature. So we have to convert aliphatic compounds into aromatic. Means these compounds will undergo aromatization. Okay, how they undergo aromatization, we can do these reactions one by one. The first we have ethyne. Okay, first we have ethyne. So its chemical formula we have C2 and H2 is there. First we have ethyne. Okay, and chemical formula benzene we have C6 and it is S6 is there. Okay, so in benzene we need 6 carbon, in ethine we have only 2 carbon. So I do one thing, I multiplied by 3. Okay, so 3 molecules of ethine will make a benzene ring, because we need to balance the number of carbon and hydrogen. Okay, so it will convert into benzene ring. How the conversion takes place, pay attention very carefully. So you can see I take one molecule of ethine, CH triple bond CH is there. Okay, next we have another molecule CH triple bond CH is there, and then we have a third molecule CH triple bond CH is there. Okay, and these all the molecules are kept in red hot iron tube is there, iron tube. Okay, where they undergo condensation. Okay, and then convert into benzene ring. They condense together and temperature is maintained 700 degrees Celsius. Very high temperature is there. Okay, so these molecules will condense together. Okay, so we have learned, pi bond is a weaker bond, so obviously it is supposed to break, at high temperature. So you can see the way the direction we are breaking the bond. So in all the molecules in the same direction we are going to break the bond. See, if I break this bond like this, so it will be what, partial positive and it will be partial negative. Similarly, you break this bond also, so it is partial positive and it is what, partial negative. Then you break this bond in the same pattern. You can see we are breaking the bond in the same pattern, partial negative, it is partial positive is there, partial positive. Okay, now in this case what happens exactly, you can see positive negative attraction will be there, positive negative connected. Here we have positive negative connected, here also positive negative connected. Okay, so between CH you can see single bond is generated. So we got a CH and single bond CH, then here we have the double bond, and then we have CH, then we have CH, then we have double bond CH, single bond CH, and then we have double bond. Okay, this is nothing but the benzene ring. Okay, this is nothing but benzene ring. It can be written as, or we can write like this, benzene ring is there. Here we have double bond, single bond, then double bond, then single bond, then double bond. This is the benzene ring is there. Okay, so aromatization of ethine into benzene ring. Okay, so this is kind of condensation reaction. These molecules condense together forming benzene ring. Okay, next reaction we have. Next is what, ethene. So we can go for the ethene also. Better I remove this portion. We have ethene. Okay, so next we have ethene. Ethene means in this case also we have a double bond. So second part we have ethene, CH2 double bond. It is also CH2 is there. Okay, in this case how many carbon we can write, or we can write C2H4 is there, and we have to convert into benzene ring, that is C6H6 is there. So to have the 6 carbon, I need to take 3 molecules of ethene, 3 molecules, 3 to just 6, then we can have 6 carbon. Minimum number of carbon required for benzene formation, that is 6. Okay, so we do one thing. You can see we have CH2 double bond CH2. If I convert CH2 double bond CH2 into CH triple bond CH, okay, if I convert ethene into ethine, and from the ethine I can reach to benzene ring. Okay, as we have done this chemical reaction. So first we convert ethene into ethine, and from the ethine we can use red hot iron tube, and from there it will undergo condensation reaction and it will convert into benzene ring. Okay, it's very interesting part. Now how we convert, let's say we have CH2 double bond CH2 is there. Okay, we have ethene, and we make it react with halogen Br2, and we have solvent carbon tetrachloride is there. So what will happen, you can see we can carry out free radical mechanism also. Via free radicals, one dot will come here. It can also be written as Br dot, and we have Br dot. If you break this bond, if you break this one, one dot will come here. So Br will attach here, another Br will attach here. So as a result we get CH2, it is Br. Again then we have CH2, it is Br there. This is the product we get. Okay, after this we have to introduce one bond, okay, and remove halogen. So what do we do exactly in this case? I make it react with KOH alcoholic. KOH alcoholic. Keep in mind KOH alcoholic causes elimination reaction. From alpha carbon we remove halogen Br, and from beta carbon we remove hydrogen. Okay, this is what a dehydrohalogenation reaction. This is nothing but elimination reaction. How we complete this reaction? From alpha carbon. Let's say this is alpha carbon for me and this is beta carbon for me. Okay, alpha carbon. From alpha carbon we remove Br. So I remove Br from alpha carbon. This is alpha carbon, I remove Br. We remove Br. Okay, Br is removed. Okay, and then next from beta carbon we remove hydrogen. And let's say I remove one hydrogen is there. Okay, so what is the product we are getting? Keep in mind, I am breaking one bond from here, I am also breaking one bond from here, so one bond will be generated because we have to satisfy the valency of carbon. To satisfy the valency we have CH, and then this is Br is there, and double bond it is, we got CH2 is there. CH2, very interesting part, because Br removed from here, CH2 is left, one hydrogen removed from here, so CH is left, we have written CH. To CH Br is attached, but one bond is generated here. Okay, from here HBr is removed, HBr. Okay, again we can use a strong base, so that it can carry out we have NH2 is there, NH2. It also causes elimination reaction, dehydrohalogenation. Otherwise we can use two molecules of potassium hydroxide in alcoholic medium. Okay, so one by one we can remove one molecule of HBr, then second time we can remove the second molecule of HBr. In this case you can see Na will combine with Br. NaBr is gone, NaBr. Okay, we got NaBr. NaBr eliminated. Okay, and this NH2 will combine with this hydrogen. Let's say this hydrogen is there, so this hydrogen and this NH2 will combine. Okay, so it will remove in the form of gas. It is what? Ammonia gas. In the form of ammonia gas is removed from here. Okay, so you can see I have broken one bond from here, I have broken one bond from here. So now one new bond will be generated to satisfy the valency of carbon. So we got CH, triple bond CH. Okay, so you can see these steps are followed to convert alkene into alkyne, ethene into ethyne. And from here we know this step. What do we do exactly? We have to keep this molecule in red hot iron tube. Iron tube is the red hot iron tube. How much temperature we maintain? 700 degrees Celsius. We have to take three molecules, and these three molecules will condense together and convert into the benzene ring. This is what we have, the benzene ring. Very interesting question. Okay, so from ethene also you can see from unsaturated hydrocarbon are there, we have alkene as well as alkyne, both can be converted into benzene ring. Okay, and in the last, why this question is interesting? Because in this question you can see these two, we have these two are unsaturated hydrocarbon. This is what saturated hydrocarbon. So you can see whether it is saturated or unsaturated. You can see all these three can be converted into the benzene. Last part is there, hexane. Okay, last part we have hexane. Let me remove this portion. Hexane. The hexane, in the sense you can see in this case hexane, hex already it is having 6 carbon, means one molecule of hexane is sufficient enough to convert into here to form benzene ring, because benzene also has a 6 carbon. So n-hexane, you can see we can have straight chain is there. Let's say one carbon is there, there is no branching. Okay, one carbon, second carbon, third carbon, this is fourth carbon, it is fifth carbon, and it is what we have fifth carbon is sixth carbon is there. First, second, third, four, and it is fifth, and it is sixth carbon is there. Okay, and in this case we maintain 773 and Kelvin. This much temperature we maintain, very high temperature. Okay, here also what happens exactly, we are using Cr2O3, or we can use V2O5. These regions are used, and in the presence of these regions at this high temperature, what will happen? In general, hydrogens are removed from these carbons. Hydrogens are removed, removal of hydrogen. When we remove the hydrogen, so what will happen? Removal of hydrogen will cause unsaturation in this compound. Okay, and here fusion, you can see these molecules, this carbon will start connecting together. So in this case what happens exactly, we got the benzene ring. Okay, this end and this end will combine together, and we have the double bond, and here we have got the double bond. Okay, if you look at the chemical formula, we have C6 and hexane is there, C6H12, this is going to be 14. In this case this is what, C and 6, and it is S6 is there. So number of carbon are same in both cases, but in this case how many hydrogen are there? 14 hydrogen. In this case how many hydrogen? 6 hydrogen are there. Okay, so how many hydrogen we have removed from this n-hexane? We have removed 8 hydrogen. 8 hydrogen will convert into 4 hydrogen gas. Okay, these 4 hydrogen molecules are liberated. So you can see removal of hydrogen from this compound leads to the unsaturation of the ring. So you can see it is having double bond. How many double bond? 3 double bonds are there. Okay, so you can see by using these regions, this n-hexane saturated hydrocarbon can also be converted into the benzene ring. Okay, by the removal of, you can see, keep in mind, if we remove, let's say if I mention this is what, CH3, it is CH3 is there. In this case if I remove 2 hydrogens, so it will cause unsaturation, it will convert into what, CH2 double bond, and it is CH2. Again if I remove 2 hydrogen, it will convert into CH triple bond, CH is there. So as we keep on removing hydrogen, you can see double bond will be, unsaturation will keep on increasing. Okay, so this is how we convert. Keep in mind, minimum number of carbon required to convert saturated hydrocarbon, you can see 6 should be there. Hexane is there, hexane converted into benzene ring. If you like this video, please share and subscribe to the channel.